Hello and welcome to a very sort of let's play kind of muck aroundy quick have a little laugh with Satisfactory. I'm Scruffy Joe. I will be your pilot. So I'm going to assume you have not got this game, and I will start with the very basics. We have just been shot out of orbit in this little pod. We are landing here on this lush planet, which is very pretty. And our job is to build a big factory and make stuff, and get better technology which will allow us to make more satisfactorily economic stuff in a more complex and quick way, and make more stuff, just cover the whole thing in a big factory. It's going to be great, you're going to love it. So anyway, we've just landed. Now there is a tutorial in this game and it is extremely helpful. It takes you through everything you need to know. So yeah, you move around with the keys, you know, like you would normally. A, W, D, S, space is jump, ta-da. And then the keys nearby all do useful things. Now at the moment it's asking me to, if you see that thing over on the left of my screen, press F to dismantle pod. F is the dismantle thing key. You get out your dismantle device, you hold down left mouse button, gone. Got hub parts, everyone. Now we can put
Second
that wherever
objective.
we like.
Please ensure you
give me
have
some
your Fix-It
instructions.
incorporated Xeno Zapper equipped before leaving the drop zone.
She's saying,
Note: according to Fix-It regulations, every pioneer should have access to a means of defense against
get a zapper
extraterrestrial
out
threats.
just in case, because it's a bit of a hostile environment in places. So you press tab, tab opens up this menu here. This is your inventory, this is your hands. Later in the game you get magically more hand slots, and you'll see you get a larger inventory as well.
Please familiarize
So yeah, now with the left
yourself with
mouse
the
button, you
resource
can
scanner to find
grab
iron.
things.
Note: the acquisition of iron is considered essential
kind
in
of rubbish.
preparation for all future objectives.
Next thing we need to do is worry about getting some iron and some basic resources together and building a base. And what you want to do is find a place relatively near some sources of iron, probably a source of copper and one source of stone, limestone. That's all you really need to start with. And if you can find them together in a kind of a clump, then that is ideal, because you want to get them so that all of those parts come together in a place where you can build a little factory to begin with. It'll all become very clear. So to begin with, you're going to press C. You only have one option on this big circle. Later in the game there'll be loads of options on here, but for the minute it's iron. Press that. It's going to go, where's the iron? It's going to show you on the circle at the top. So that's our closest bit of iron, 400 meters up here. Oh, there was a kind of a double ping over here, so it might be better to check that one out. But anyway, I'm not going to make you watch all of the running around, because that's probably not that useful. That potentially looks like bad news, and I'm going to run away. Okay, so we have arrived at the first ping on the radar. We have to run down past the cliffs and everything like that. So if I just press C again, you can actually see them pinging on the map. This is a valley full of iron. But also you can see these kind of bluey things with the orange doodahs. They are a form of aliens which will attack you. This little bird is not. That's just a kind of weird lizard bird. So we kind of run over here. This will pop, and then 3 things will come out of it, and you have to hit each of them twice. Like so. I'm trying not to get hit. Where did the other one go? And also one thing comes out of these which is kind of useful, and that is these alien carapaces. Ouch.
Studying the remains of this creature might shed light on how to defend yourself in the future. I recommend analysis.
So this is pure iron, which is dead handy. So if we go over here and just check out what else we have. Got another one of those creatures there. This is more pure iron, which means it's going to be the fastest rate. This game's all about rates rather than the size of a resource. They never run out. If that makes sense. Where are you? Ah! Oh, come here. Right. See this? This won't hurt you. Tiny things do hurt. Big thing doesn't hurt. Right, so we have... This is more iron. Great. More pure iron, another bit of that. And more pure iron. So that's all fantastic. There's loads of pure iron. But what you notice about this game is that the little creaturey things they are normally looking after something else. They're normally guarding something of value. So if we just come running around here, although we cannot scan for it, there is another lump of resource here, and it's blue. And blue is kind of probably going to be copper. I just need to remember not to run off this cliff. Sweet. Other thing to think about is these little things here sticking out the wall. Those are nuts.
This consumable possesses minor healing properties. Further analysis required to establish object scanner identification.
And this is copper ore as well. So we've got some copper, we've got loads of iron, which is ideal. If we could find a bit of stone, then we would kind of have completed the set, and everything would be a perfect place for starting. Because the stone is what you need to make sort of concrete, which is a way of making nice level floors. My suspicion, my hope, maybe there might be some up there. Kind of looks like it, but there's no way of getting up there to get it just yet. So for the time being, now the other great thing about this game is you can move stuff wherever you like. So we press Q. I think it's Q. No, it's not Q. We get the hab parts out, do we? No? What do we do here? It just wants me to gather some iron ore before it'll let me... Silly game. So follow the tutorial, otherwise it won't let you do it. So you press E on these big rocks, pick up some iron ore, great, done. Then it's going to say...
objective, build the hub.
Build the hab, which is the thing I was just trying to do.
To complete this objective, the resources salvaged from the drop pod will be consumed. Caution. Ensure the hub is built on spacious open terrain close to the presence of iron sources. Failure to do so will likely result in non-optimal progress.
So yeah, that was just a little bit of advice. Build it somewhere where there's room. We have not followed that advice. This is really...
Congratulations.
Well, that
you
looks
have
kind of
unlocked
nice.
Hub feature, manual craft bench. Hub feature, hub terminal. Fifth objective, hub upgrade, storage and power. Note: the craft bench and hub terminal are essential for progression to the next objective.
Okay, so we have built ourselves a very basic hub. Now the next part of the game is basically upgrade that until you've finished upgrading it, and then you get to build the space elevator. And once you get to that point, then it's all about doing research and doing other bits and bobs and extra manufacturing along the way. So the first thing we need is 10 rods. 10 rods. Come over here. Grab some iron. Turn it into iron ingots. Because you have no choice. And you have to do this the slow and boring way, which is fine. And you may as well do the slow and boring way for quite a bit of the game. Not for quite a bit of the game. Not for that long at all. I'll teach you, don't worry. Right, so that was that, and then you need 10 rods. Oops, that's 11. Fine, turn round, click on this machine, click on tier 1, click on upgrade number 1, click on 10 rods, select milestone, stick it in the box, press upgrade. She's going to do her chat.
Congratulations! You have unlocked Hub Feature Biomass Generator. Hub Feature Personal Storage. Scanner Feature Copper. New equipment, buildings and blueprints, which can be found in the workshop when built, build menu, and craft bench respectively. Sixth objective, Hub Upgrade Construction. Note: connect buildings to a generator for power. Note: buildings such as the smelter require a blueprint to be set. Advice: automate the smelting process and use portable miners for optimal results.
Okay, so she says a bit, tells you what to do each time, and then effectively you get this list on the left, and then once you've done that, you move on and you do the next bit, but you don't actually have to do many of these things. It's really upgrade 2, it just needs that. Okay, so select milestone, it turns it into a little list up here on your HUD, which lasts forever, so that's kind of a useful piece of information to have. So we need to go and grab another one of these, and at the moment we don't need to build a mine or anything, we just need to grab the minerals, then come back, do it the slow way, because you can't, there's no option to build anything else. Well, you might be able to build a little miner, I suppose. Hang on, I'll double check. But it's probably quicker. I mean, you're going to have to clear these off anyway, so you may as well just clear them off. And what you'll find, actually, if you do clear these off, is you'll probably have enough minerals to finish this entire section. Let's go and grab that one. Bonk. Go and grab the copper. Oh, what's that? Bauxite. We'll pick that up in a minute. I'm not really sure if you can do anything with it, but we will pick it up. Now, how good was this copper? I didn't actually check. Oh, this is pure as well. Brilliant. It's an ideal starting location, the one on the far right-hand side. Of course, they might change that by the time you bought this game. So maybe don't take my word for that. Who knows what will happen with upgrade 3. Right, so I have got a bunch of minerals, and I have got the ability to change those on a 1-for-1 basis, which will allow me to build at least 50 bits of wire, which is grand. That's that done, then if we take... do that. And you can turn wire into cable, and that means that the next stage is going to be done automatically as well. So it's all very quick and easy. It's kind of a little introduction. We don't need to do that right now, but and you can see the numbers at the top. We need 10 of these. I seem to have just made 20 by mistake. But I did get a load of this stuff, so I can make more ingots. Which will allow me to quickly throw out some more rods. Job's a good one. Turn around. Do that. Do that. And do that. Now, it probably wants me to build a few things.
Congratulations. You have unlocked Scanner Stone. New buildings and blueprints, which can be found in the build menu and craft bench respectively. 7th objective, hub upgrade, conveyor belts. Note, use power poles to expand the power network for optimal results. Note, constructors are capable of constructing copious parts, of which only one type at a time.
So that's kind of very important, this one. And then that one, when you basically get the miner, and then that one's where you finish, because you can then at that point start working properly. So yeah, we'll just queue that up. So we need 75 plates, 10 wires, some concrete, which we don't yet have, but we can now scan for stone. So my suspicion was that there was stone over there. Oops, that's the wrong one. Stone. Ooh. $155 meters away. There you go. So we are going to need to get up there in some way, which is fine. We'll sort that out in a minute. First thing we need to do, right, is I just need to show you what's what. So around where your keys are on your running around keys, you've got the E key, which is use things, pick things up and sort of that kind of jazz. You've got Q, which opens up this menu, which is all of your building options, of which there are very few to begin with, but that goes up a lot. F is destroy things, and C is scan for things. You also have tab, which is the inventory one. So one of the things it told me to do a while back, which I didn't do, was build a equipment workbench. Doink. Which could just go there for the minute. Doesn't really matter where you sling it, as long as it's not in the way of the actual copper. And the reason we want one of those is because we want to get a portable miner, for which you will see, and here's a really good piece of advice. This is tutorial advice. Important. If you go over here and right click, right mouse button on there, add to to-do list, it sets it up down here and lets you know what you need. So if you're playing this game when you are tired and hungry, and you can't remember things because you're tired and hungry, then that's an ideal piece of equipment there. And I really, you gotta, you know, that's good game deving right there. Right, so let's just craft the rest of these iron ingots, because otherwise you're sort of wandering around with a load of ore, and you don't really want to be doing that. Gets it out of my hands. Then we need to make those things on the top right hand side of the screen, but we're not quite going to be able to do that, and I'm not quite sure how I can... Have I got the ability to get stone from somewhere? because obviously there's that bit of stone right near the base, but I'm not sure you can actually get up there. Not unless you can build a thing. And I don't think I can build things yet. I think building things comes later. Concrete and whatnot. Let's just have a quick check, hang on. That might be a bit of a problem. Right, let's have a quick... Where's the next nearest bit of stone? Ah, that might be an easy solution. Thank you very much for watching this first episode of Scruffy Joe Explains Satisfactory. We'll be back very soon for episode 2, where I'll be explaining how on earth I found stone without actually being able to build a ladder in order to reach the stone. See you soon.